Welcome back to the third quarter of the Bobby Dupre Show, and we've got quite a bit more interesting things, hopefully, that you'll be interested in. And one, of course, that we want to mention, we were discussing.
Show our photo back up there, Mark.
We'll show the photo, and Father Jason is all the way on the left, and he is the pastor at Holy Ghost Catholic Church. And, of course, once a year, they have a real large fundraiser for the church and all of the functions that a church performs, and it's the Creole Festival.
Correct.
And it's taking place Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's real well attended.
They got runs,
graduates,
they got music, food.
Former graduates
of Holy Ghost School.
Of Holy Ghost School from way yonder back there. They all come in. It's a reunion as well as a fundraiser. And they're looking forward to a big weekend. And of course, another big occurrence that's taking place this weekend is what Strut.
Step and Strut.
Step and Strut
Trail
is
ride.
taking trail ride. And on Tuesday night, I went by and visited and then took Connie Ward, who is part of the team that operates, the management team that operates the Evangeline Downs Hotel. She's been with the project since before the construction actually started. She came down with Mr. Jim Bervin, who is a friend to many of us now in the Opelousas area, as well as Connie, because Connie comes down several times a year as part of the management team. And I noticed they were putting up a hurricane-type fence up. And I said, I wonder if that's going to stay up. She said, no, that's for the Step and
Temporary.
Strut. And
just a bit of get the flow of the crowd.
And that's to control the people in and out.
Yeah.
And there's two entrances in and out of the facility, but it's the largest trail ride I would imagine in the state of Louisiana or anywhere for that matter, because I don't think they have trail rides everywhere, and maybe they do. I don't want to get into that, but maybe in Texas,
I think
Oklahoma,
they come here because it's an opportunity to have a big one.
Saltgrass trail ride, Charlie Dorey, the welder and the used truck parts man, he attended the Saltgrass trail ride near Houston every year for many years. So there are other trail rides, but this one is the largest one in Acadiana for sure.
You want to continue with our photos here? Is where you want to go next?
Let's go.
Go back to the photos, and just real quick, if you want to help with the Father LaFleur Scholarship Fund, you can mail a check, make it payable to St. Landry Church, and put at the bottom Father Furbus LaFleur Scholarship Fund. Then make sure it's tax deductible for you, and mail it to 1020 North Main Street, Opelousas, Louisiana 70570. And this is you and I eating those cheesecakes last week.
And of course that's Miss Stephanie Gilchrist, who is a chef, and she owns Cakes Galore.
So we don't just talk about eating it on the show. After the show, we ate it.
After the show, we ate it. We want you to know it, and I'm telling you, if you want some good cheesecake, I mean, that's as good as money can buy.
You can call her at 331-0705, and they're excellent. Or go to the Palace and eat it a slice at a time.
A slice at a time at the Palace Cafe, you bet. And Miss Tina says she gets a lot of compliments on the cheesecake.
Look, your oranges, boy, they're pretty.
Yeah, and those were given to me by Warren Fontenot and his sister from Lawtell. And of course, Warren worked at Chevrolet Garage for many years. And if you ask for Warren, you may not get the right person. But if you ask for Boucheton, all of the car people, he raced cars and all of that. And he brought us oranges last year, and we bragged on them enough to where he brought us some more this year. How about that? Look how beautiful they are. And one day last week, must have been Wednesday or Thursday, I was walking into Kelly's Diner, and the gentleman that you're looking at on your television screen right now, Mr. Isaac Martin, stopped me. He says, I know you probably don't remember this, but many, many years ago, back in 1974, you were living on Liberty Street. I said, yes, I was. I was introduced to you. We went over to your house with Lewis Carrier. I said, oh, my dear friend. He said, oh, yeah. But he says, you in turn called your brother John Dupre, who was superintendent, and Lewis had made the recommendation, and Mr. John just put me to work almost immediately, and he's been a school bus driver. He retired this year in 2012, and he says almost immediately after retiring, they started calling me, and now I do substitute driving.
So you made a phone call, made a recommendation. The man had a 40-year career.
A 40-year career. How about that?
That's not a bad recommendation.
Not a bad recommendation.
That's a home run.
During a break just now, I had a phone call, and I answered it, and I didn't know the young man, but very nice young fella. Chuck Tozan was calling me reference to Northwestern Mutual. I had bought a few Northwestern Mutual policies back when Joe Gotcha Jr. was selling for Northwestern Mutual.
Right.
And anyhow, I asked Chuck to call me back. He'll call me back another day. But good morning. I asked him to watch the Bobby Dupre show, and I'd tell him hello. And here it is. And while at the diner, Kelly's Diner, having lunch, got to talking with these two young ladies. And I'm speaking on the left is Valerie Bailey Sashry, and her mother, who happens to be 93 years young. I think it was her birthday that day, Miss Tootie Bailey from Washington. And she and I have got to take a trip to Washington and let her introduce me to all of the homes. She started rattling them off. No, I says, I want to go there, and I want to take a picture and learn the history that you passing on.
There you go.
And she knows the history. And Miss Tootie, I promise you, I will call you.
There you go. Happy birthday.
And they asked me if I had seen the beautiful, they call it the nave, in the new
inside
church.
The church, yeah.
Inside
when you walk
the church.
in, that Robert Tenney is painting.
He's painted it and said it's beautiful.
I haven't seen it yet. I want to go see. You know,
Well,
he's a world famous artist.
Yeah.
Back with the computer business, he got to be well known for doing these wild art for computer business back in the 70s.
We talked about him recently.
Yeah.
Yep, we
the
sure
80s.
have. In fact, last program we talked about it, but not about the church.
Yeah.
And I was in the church and didn't see it. Now,
We gotta go.
Am I blind?
You and I got. Well, you looking at the building. You like to build buildings and put roofs.
I didn't. Yeah.
You're not worried about decorating.
That's correct. You're right.
We got you a new four-wheeler right here.
That's right. Charles Cummins was selling, and I needed to kind of upgrade my four-wheeler, and it's just like new. It's beautiful.
And
there should be a picture with Megan driving it. Megan came over for dinner Sunday afternoon, and we played in the yard like we did when she was a little youngster.
I got it way over here. Come on.
And there she is. I got her to drive, and she said, Dad, it's been a long time. I said, baby, it's just as easy when you were 5, you were driving one.
Yeah.
So I said, I know you can handle it now. I was walking in to get lunch one day, Thursday or Friday of last week, over at our sponsor.
The Quarters Casino?
The Quarters Casino and Chevron Plaza. And this young couple were driving away back to Texas. Said, good morning to you all. I didn't get the names, but hopefully they had a safe trip home. And talking about a safe trip home.
You want me to finish the Quarters?
Yeah, go ahead and finish
Quarters
the Quarters.
Casino, when you go by, you can get all that good Chevron fuel, diesel and gasoline, well lit, good concrete as you can see, and you well covered in case of weather. Go inside the huge convenience store, get all kind of great food, Subway food, crispy crunchy chicken. You can go to El Pico de Gallo, their authentic Mexican cuisine restaurant there on the premises with 2-for-1 margarita specials there as well. And gaming, don't forget about gaming.
Don't forget the gaming,
Yep,
man.
there you go.
They've really built that business back up real good, strong over there. The Guardian Bell, for you motorcyclists, the Guardian Bell is something that I'll read just a little bit about it. Legend has it that evil road spirits have been latching themselves on to motorcycles for as long as there have been bikes on the highway. And the legend goes on to say that by attaching a small bell onto your bike, the evil road spirits will become trapped inside the bell, and the constant ringing devices make them insane, making them lose their grip until they fall to the ground.
So you got to hang a bell.
And my bell for my trike was given to me by Charles Cummins.
Go ahead.
Legend has it that someone has to give you that. You don't go and buy one for your bike. That's what the legend is. And on October the 8th, Charles and I installed the one he gave to me. So I hope that it protects me and my passengers as I go down those beautiful highways.
How about this Chevrolet legend we got here? Showing your old truck.
46 Chevrolet. I drove it Saturday around town, Sunday, and it's an eye stopper, catcher. I get more lookers at this than if I was in a brand new, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't make any difference. It's like a little Easter egg, silver and maroon. And last Friday, my longtime friend now, I guess 8-10 years now, Jim Demmel on the left was coming through with his young girlfriend here from Italy. And Miss Anna, good morning to you, and Jim, they were on their way to Destin, Florida. Not sure where they are right now. They were making a trip of about a week, and then heading back to Jim's home over near Dallas, and in between Dallas and Waco, I think is where the location. I haven't had the opportunity to go, but I promise him I will go. And Miss Anna, of course, I said, tu parles français? Elle dit, je peux parler un petit peu. And I said, really? She said, we're very near the French border where her home is in Italy. And Jim is planning on being there right after the first of the year for a month or two to meet her friends and her family. Beautiful lady, and the smile she had right there, that's the smile that stays on her face. I can see why he's picked her out of all the beautiful ladies out there. And then sitting next to us at Préjean's. This was at Préjean's, I might add, that Jim and I had dinner along with Bobby003, and I didn't take a picture of Bobby, and he likes those pictures. Yeah, but he likes that. The ladies, the two ladies that you see here on the left is Miss Marjorie Bello, the wife of the late Mr. Herbert Bello, was the voice of KSLO for many, many years regarding farming stories and farm reports and all of that. Had a beautiful, distinctive voice. In the center is the birthday honoree, Miss Shirley Gildery. And of course, her late husband was Mr. Jim Gildery, well known from the Lawtell area. And all the way on the right is Dr. Charles Bello. So then there's two young ladies on the other side of the table. And the first one on the left is, the first one on the right is Kay Gildery, as I got it, and the other is Dr. Bonnie Bello on this side. If I'm wrong, girls, if I got it mixed up, forgive me. Y'all wrote it down, but it doesn't say what. All I did was write down sisters to the first two ladies, and then cousins to the second two ladies. They had a wonderful, wonderful luncheon experience.
When I was growing up, when you played radio, you'd play like you were Herbert Bello on KSLO. You talk slow and you talk deep. That's how we played. You know, you want to be like a radio guy.
That's correct.
I've got Targale supplies. If you're looking for seasoning, kitchen supplies, cutlery type supplies. If you're a butcher, a baker, all of it. It's all there. They're also having a class for teens 14 and older, a Youth Leadership Council class put on by the Chamber of Commerce and Targale. It's going to be on, well, I got the date, November the 13th, a Tuesday from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. It's a $5 fee, seating limited to 50, first come, first serve. If you want to give a call, call Janie Johnson at the Chamber of Commerce, 942-2683. In Targale, great for all your supplies and helping out the community. We got to go to commercial break. We'll be back in 2 minutes, 1 minute.